Try not to keep this thing long. Giving all honor and praises to the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Shalom to the elect of the house of Israel, which consists of a so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. So I wanted to go into some scriptures showing that we're not equal. Okay, you always hear certain stuff on this earth. You know, that's the total opposite of what's really going on, or just like how people say that we equal. You know, it's always the total opposite. You know, it's nothing but a bunch of lies that's on this earth, or untruths. And I wanted to go into some scriptures proving that we're not equal. Okay, the Most High Yahweh didn't even design the nations to be equal. Okay, all right. Just like us, the people that He chose, we're not equal with no other nation. Just like no other nation is equal with us. All right. Once again, we got to put the lies to the side, and just like I said in my previous videos, we got to get out of our feelings, man. All right, we got to choose facts over those. All right, facts over feelings any day. All right, no matter who feelings get hurt, no matter none of that. It's all about the facts. All right. So, hey, and that's another thing. You ain't got to believe me. You know, Christianity. Christianity is a religion that play on our feelings, man. All right. Most of everything that they teach is against the scripture, or is the total opposite of what these scriptures are saying. But you ain't gotta believe me. Let's get into it. So I want to start off with the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verses 6. Okay, because these scriptures have not been taught to us. All right, it hasn't been taught to our people. Okay, the Most High chose one nation and one people on this earth, and that will be us. Okay, our people, which we're called blacks, Hispanics, and natives today. All right, the Most High Yahweh chose us. Okay, so watch this. All right, and we're not equal. All right, so let's get into it. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verses 6, and I'm gonna read the 8, and it reads, "For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, has the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt." Okay. All right. And what people did he deliver out of Egypt? Okay. It was only one people. There wasn't no other nations. All right. It was only one people. Okay. All right. And I know the mixed multitude and all that was with him, but he chose one people. Okay. One people that he delivered. This is who he's speaking of. So let's start at verse 6 again. Okay. Because we're not all equal. Excuse me. Let me get this candy out my mouth. Let's start at verse 6 again. All right. "For thou art an holy people," meaning for you are an holy people. Okay. That's what thou means. For you are an holy people unto the Lord thy God. Thy means your God. Okay. For you are an holy people unto the Lord your God. That's possessive. So he's not the God of the other nations. Okay. He's only the God of one people. Okay. Let's read. That's not equal. All right. "The Lord thy God, the Lord your God, has chosen thee, has chosen you to be a special people unto himself." Watch this. "Above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So out of all the people on the earth, the Most High Yahweh chose only one people, all right, to be his people, above all the people, all the nations that's on the earth. Okay. This is in the Bible. All right. More reasons why your history has been hidden from you. All right. Okay. And more reasons why they tell you that the Old Testament is done away with, to like to make you not even go in there. Okay, look what's in here. Okay, all right, all right. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, the Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because the Lord loved you, okay, but because the Lord loved you, the Most High only loves one nation out of all the nations. Yes, this is biblical, okay? That would be you, okay? All right? But because the Lord loved you, and because, watch this, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, all right? Key word, fathers, all right? Has the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you, okay? Saved you, delivered you, and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. And yes, he's going to deliver us again. He's going to redeem us again, okay? All right? So nowhere on how could you say that's equal? All right? Through them verses right there, just alone, them 3 verses, okay? We got chosen above all the people on the earth, okay? All right. The Lord chose us to be a special people unto himself. Okay. Unto himself, it says. All right. And then it goes on verse 8. But because the Lord loved you and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers. Okay. All right. All right. And what is this oath? Let me go to that. Okay. Let's go to this oath real quick. Okay. Because we got to understand that the Lord made a covenant with our people. He didn't make a covenant with another people. Okay, another thing that's not equal. All right, out of all the nations, he made a covenant with us and chose us. Okay, this is what the pastors, they don't teach you this. Okay, this is very important to know. You need to know that the Lord is our God and we made a covenant with him. Okay, all right, so this is the book of Psalms chapter 105 verses 8. He has remembered his covenant forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. Okay, that's forever. Verse 9. Which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant. Okay. All right. So these are our forefathers right here. Okay, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You need to know that these are our people. These are our forefathers. Okay, this is the line that we come from. This is very important to know your history, man. Okay, all right. Let me go back to that. So, yeah, that was Deuteronomy chapter 7, 6 to 8. All right, I wanted to go somewhere else. Matter of fact, I'll go to the New Testament too, because he made a covenant with our forefathers. Let's go to the book of Luke. All right, chapter 1. And I want to say, I want to say like the 50s or something. Wow, okay. All right. At least let's remember some mercy. Salakia. All right, I'll start at verses 54. Okay, the book of Luke chapter 1, verses 54. And I'm going to read the 55. He has holpen his servant, Israel, in remembrance of his mercy, as he spake to our fathers, to Abraham, and to his seed forever. Okay, our fathers. All right, starting with all right, and it's talking about Abraham right here. These are our fathers, man. So even in the book of Luke, which is in the New Testament, okay, that the pastors, they always run to the New Testament, but they skip these scriptures right here. Okay, why would they do that? Okay. All right, let me read this. Let me see this real quick. He shall be great and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever. All right, y'all need to read that. Right. So once again, it's the book of Luke chapter 1. Okay, our forefathers. All right, and this is the Most High saying in verse 54, he has holpen his servant. All right, help. Who is his servant? His servant is us. Matter of fact, because I didn't even write these scriptures down. Okay, you got to understand who is his servant on this earth. Okay, we made a covenant. We got a duty to do. No other nation is his servant. So I want to go to the book of 1 Kings. I want to go to chapter 8. Okay, so who is his servant? Right. So watch this. This is the book of First Kings chapter 8, and I'm going to start at verses 29. And I'm going to read the 30. Okay. That thine eyes may be open toward this house night and day, even toward the place of which thou hast said, my name shall be there, that thou mayest hearken unto the prayer which thy servant shall make toward this place. Okay, we're going to find out who the servant is. All right. And hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel. Who was his servant? And of thy people Israel, when they shall pray toward this place, and hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place. And when thou hearest, forgive. Okay, so Israel is his servant. Okay. All right, we're the Lord's chosen. We're his servant. We're his people, man. All right, so I want to go some more scriptures. So the Most High, he separated us from the other nations. Okay, all the nations, they got their own heritage. They got their own culture. They got their own, customs and things that they do. But he literally gave us a heritage. Okay, he didn't give the other nations that. All right, matter of fact, okay, because you got to understand, man, that the Most High gave, when he chose us and he gave us a covenant, all right, that covenant was a part of our heritage. That better yet, a part of that covenant, our heritage, our customs are all in that. Okay, the Passover, okay, all right, Feast of Unleavened Bread, okay, Feast of Tabernacles, the new moon. He never gave no other nation that. Okay, where is this at? You know what? Because we're literally his inheritance, man. Okay. Excuse me real quick. You know what? I'll get to that later. So watch this. So this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verses 26. Okay. All right, watch this. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and I have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. You hear that? Okay? That's like what Deuteronomy chapter 7 verses 6 says. Okay? Because, let me go to that because I'll butcher it, man. My memory type sucks. Okay? That's the same thing as Deuteronomy 7:6 is saying. Okay? Let me read it again. This is the book of Leviticus chapter 20 verses 26. All right? And it reads, and ye shall be holy unto me. All right? Holy, separate. All right? Set apart. That's what holy means. Okay? For I, the Lord, am holy. So we supposed to be just like the Lord. Okay? For I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you. Okay? And have severed you from other people. Okay? It's right here. All right? And have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine. So we're the Lord's. We're his people. Okay? Out of all the people, that ye should be mine. Just like Deuteronomy 7:6. Let me go there again. Okay? For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Okay? All right? Same thing. That ye should be mine. Okay? That's not equal, man. Got to come out the lies. Got to come out the lies. All right? And we don't want to be fake, because that's being fake too. Listen, even if we didn't know these first two scriptures that I just read, right? Okay? All right? You can see physically and spiritually that we're not the same as other people. Okay? We don't look the same. We don't do the same thing. All right? You can see that physically and spiritually that we're not the same people. But this confirms it even more. All right? The scriptures confirm it even more. But we never knew this because the pastors never taught us this. Christianity never taught us this. Okay? Not one time. Show me any church that teaches that the scriptures prove that we're not equal. I guarantee your pastors will tell you, well, no, we're all equal. You know, God made everybody. We're all equal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he made everybody, but we're not all equal. Okay. Let's back it up some more. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 32. All right. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Okay. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 32. All right. I ain't been here in a while. Yeah, it is 32. So this Deuteronomy 32 verses 8 to 9. Watch this. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9, watch this. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. What portion? Okay, let's read it again. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is a lot of his inheritance. All right, this is his people. All right, talking about us. Okay, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance. Okay, when he separated the sons of Adam. Yeah, we all come from Adam. Don't get it wrong, but we're not the same people. Okay, might bleed the same. Okay, just like how everybody say, yeah, but we all bleed the same. You know, we're all equal. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay. All right. Just like you got the feline family. Okay, you got a cat. You got a lion. I believe a leopard is part of that too. Okay. Are they all the same? Are they all equal? All right. You got the fowls or the birds. You see that line, that family. Okay. You got a hawk. You got an eagle. Okay. You got an owl. Are they equal? Are they the same? No, they're not. At all. They're not. All right. Let me go to this real quick. Okay. Let me go to Apocrypha. Okay. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6. All right. The book of 2nd Esdras chapter 6. Yeah, we all come from Adam. All right. But what does that mean? That don't mean we're equal. Okay. All right. This is the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 6. And I'm going to start at verses 54. All right. And after these, Adam, Salaki, I'll read 53. Upon the 6th day, thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should spring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. Right. When you read Genesis, you know that the animals and all that stuff was made before man. But you know, that's what it's talking about. Upon the 6th day, thou gavest commandment unto the earth, that before thee it should bring forth beasts, cattle, and creeping things. Verse 54. And after these, Adam also. So Adam came after all that creation, after the animals and all that, after the grass and the earth. Okay. All right. And Adam meaning man. And after these, Adam also. Okay. Man also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. So right, exactly. All right, I'm going to read that again. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. All right. Of him come we all. Of him come we all. All the people come from Adam. But let's keep reading. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. What do it say? Okay. And the people also whom thou hast chosen. And who did the Lord choose? Israel. Okay. All right. Verse 55. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Okay. And that's another thing. How we not equal. The world was literally made for our sakes. We supposed to be ruling the earth. Okay. But we failed miserably. Okay. We supposed to be at the top ruling the earth right now, whether y'all know that or not. Okay. But because we sin, vehemently sin, okay, he placed us at the bottom. All right. All right. So everything is out of course right now. We're literally supposed to be running the earth. But, you know, that's yet to come. Yahweh willing, I'm part of that, you know. Okay. Yahweh willing, you know, you're a king watching this. You trying to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. You trying to come back to the Lord. Yahweh willing, you know, you get to get a piece of that. Okay. Because we're going to run the earth again. All right. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. Anyway, let me keep reading. Okay. Of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes. Okay, made the world for his people. All right, we supposed to be ruling it. Okay, verse 56. As for the other people, watch this. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, okay? Yeah, we all come from Adam, but listen. As for the other people, which also come from Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle. It has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. You hear that? So yeah, the other people come from Adam, but he looks at them as they're nothing. They're not his. We're his. Okay? All right, we're the ones he made a covenant with. Okay? And it even says, but be like unto spittle. Like spit, like it ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then it even says this, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. Okay? A drop that falleth from a vessel. That's like you washing your car, and you know the suds and the water get on the floor. You're not worrying about that. You're not worrying about them suds. You're not worrying about that water. You're only worrying about what's more important. Okay? Your people, your children. Okay? That's what the Most High is saying. Okay? It is what it is. These are script. This is the Bible. Got to get out of our feelings, man. Verse 57. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. You hear that? So the heathen, the other nations who the Lord look at as nothing, they're ruling over us right now. All right, we're at the bottom. Okay? Verse 58. But we thy people, what do the scriptures say? But we thy people, thy meaning your. But we your people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. Okay, so yeah, they're ruling over us now. We were given into their hands for our wickedness, for our evil. Verse 59. All right. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Okay, so he asking, Lord, the world was made for our sakes. Why can't we at least have a piece of it? Okay, but we're on punishment right now. We're in prison. And that's another thing how you know we're not equal. If we're so equal, why we don't share a lot with the other nations? All right? The fake Jews that's calling themselves us, they run the world. Why can't they give us a piece of the world that they're running right now? How is that equal? Okay? All right? The other nations, they ruling over us right now. How is that equal in itself? It's not equal. Okay? All right, let's go to some more scriptures. I'm going to try not to keep this long. I just want to prove that we have never been equal. That is a lie. Okay? All right, that is not the truth. That's far from the truth. Let me go to, since I'm here in 2nd Esdras, let's go to, let's go here. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 5, right? Right. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 5, verses 23 to 28. Okay? Okay? And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee one only vine. And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit. Okay? And of all the flowers thereof, one lily. Okay? So this is talking about all the things that he chose. All right? It says, of all the lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit. All right? That's talking about Israel. All right. And of all the flowers thereof, one lily. So out of all the flowers, you got roses, you got dandelions. Okay. Out of all that, he chose one lily. Okay. Is that equal? No, that's not equal. Okay. Verse 25. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river. And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion until thyself. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove. And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep. Right? Out of all the cattle. Okay? All right? He chose a sheep. Okay? Out of all the birds, out of all the fowls, he chose a dove. All right? Let's keep reading. And among all the multitudes of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people, whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. You hear that? Okay, it's right here again. Out of all the people, okay? All right, out of all the Salakia, and among all the multitudes of peoples, thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people whom thou lovest, exactly. The Lord loves only one people. This is biblical, okay? All right, it is what it is. Whom thou lovest, all right, you want to know why you hate it? You want to know why your history has been hidden from you? Well, we're reading it. We're reading it, okay? You want to know why they took these books out? Okay, you want to know why they always talk about the Old Testament is done away with, so you don't even have to go in there and read it, okay? Because it's talking about you. The Lord loves you. He loves you, Zion. He loves you, Israel. Us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. We're the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the people that he loves, okay? We're his chosen people, all right? Hey, man, this is why your history has been hidden from you. Okay, this is why the nations, chiefly Esau, okay, that has Esau, the so-called white man, who still to this day hides our history from us. All right, you got to ask why. Okay, you got to ask why. Well, this is the reason why. All right, verse 27. And among all the multitudes of people, thou hast gotten thee one people. And unto this people whom thou lovest, just like Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 8 says, okay, whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all. Yeah, he gave us, all right, he gave us law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, verse 28. And now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over unto many? And upon the one root hast thou prepared others? And why hast thou scattered thy only one people among many? Okay, all right, he's asking, he says, and now, O Lord, why hast thou given this one people over to many? Meaning, why did you scatter them amongst the nations, delivering them into the other people's hands, which where we at right now? Okay. All right. Well, because he put us on punishment. All right. All right. I want to go to some more scriptures, man. All right. No equal. Okay. Not at all. Never was. Never will be. All right. I want to go to the book of Amos. I want to go to the book of Amos, chapter 3, verses 1 and 2. Okay, and it reads, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. You hear that? Okay. All right. And it reads, it says that, starting from the top again. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So out of all the family, all right, out of all the people, okay, that's what family means. All right, a people, nation. Okay, out of all the families of the earth, all right, the Most High only knows one people. He's only dealing with one people, his children. Okay, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Okay, all right. Why? Because we're his children. That's our father right there. All right. It's just like going into a playground and you see all kids in there. All right. Though, yeah, of course, though he made them, yes, but let's look at what I'm saying. Out of all the people, out of all the kids that's in that playground, one of them is his child. Okay. And he's only dealing with that one child, not the other children, not the other families. So since that child messed up, okay, this is the child that he loves. He's only dealing with that child. That's why that child is getting punished. All right. All right. If that makes sense, he's only dealing with us, man. Okay. Let me, matter of fact, let me go to this. Says something right. Says something right here. I want to go to Zephaniah. All right, chapter 2, verses 8. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to keep this long, man. Okay. Though I made my point already, but I wanna go in some more. Okay. My bad. I said Zephaniah. I'm at Zechariah. All right, Zechariah chapter 2, verses 8. And it reads, For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. Okay? All right? Listen, man, the scriptures is, he says that we're the apple of his eye. He never calls another nation that. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to read a little bit more. Watch this. Watch this. Okay, watch this. Yeah, I'm gonna keep reading on. So watch. I'm gonna go to verse 8 again. So this is Zechariah chapter 2. All right, and I'm gonna start at verses 8, and I'm gonna read down. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, after the glory has he sent me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. So these nations touch the apple of the Lord's eye. A lot of these nations, they think that the people over there are the people of Israel. Okay, even a lot of our people think that. But they're going to find out who the real children of Israel are in these last days. And that the nations, okay, enslave the real children of Israel, the real people of this Bible. Yes, they touched the apple of the Lord's eye. Okay, and they're going to pay for that dearly. All right, verse 9. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. And ye shall know that the Lord of hosts has sent me. All right, and we will be a spoil to our servants. The other nations are actually our servants and handmaids. They're supposed to be under us. We're not supposed to be under them. Why you think Ecclesiastes, I believe it's chapter 10, verses 7, it says that I have seen servants. Matter of fact, watch this, because I'm a butcher. I want to go to Ecclesiastes. Okay, because now we're in the hands of our servants. They're supposed to be under us. They're supposed to be working for us. All right, not vice versa. Okay? Salakia, Ecclesiastes. Let's see. I believe it's chapter 10. Let me make sure real quick. Salakia. Type slow on the draw, man. So, let me see something real quick. All right, so it's 10:7. Okay. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. Right. Watch this. So this Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verses 7. It says, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay. All right. This is what he's saying he's seen. Okay. This was his vision. All right. His vision was that he's seen servants. Okay. Solomon saying that he's seen servants upon horses, meaning the people that's supposed to be working for us. Okay. That's supposed to be our servants and handmaids to other nations. He's seen them calling the shots. He's seen them literally on like horses telling us what to do when it's supposed to be the other way around. Okay. Let me read that again. I have seen servants upon horses and princes talking about us and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay. All right. We're the princes. We're the kings. So when we went in the hands of these people, which they literally enslaved kings and princes. Okay. We went into servitude under them. And now they're telling us what to do. Okay. When we supposed to be telling them what to do. Once again, I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. All right. The whole earth is out of course. Once again, the world was made for our sakes. We're supposed to be running it. Okay. All right. Either way, it ain't equal. All right, so that once again, we're not equal. They're running us right now. They're ruling over us. That's not equal. Okay? All right, once again, verse 9. I'm back at Zechariah chapter 2, verse 9. For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they shall be a spoil to their servants. Okay, we're a spoil to them. All right, we went into captivity to our servants. Not even making money off us in any way. All right, prison houses, they made money off of our inventions. Okay, chattel slavery. All right, however they spoiled us, they spoiled us. Okay, and they shall be a spoil to their servants, and ye shall know that the Lord of hosts has sent me. Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for lo, I come and I will dwell in the midst of thee, saith the Lord. So the Lord dwells in the midst of us. He's not in the midst of no other nation. Verse 11, and many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee, and thou shalt know that the Lord of hosts has sent me unto thee. And the Lord shall inherit Judah his portion in the holy land, and shall choose Jerusalem again. Okay? Be silent, O all flesh, before the Lord, for he is raised up out of his holy habitation. All right, who is his holy habitation? Okay? All right, he's talking about us, talking about the children of Israel. Okay? All right, now, it said that, and many nations shall be joined to the Lord in that day, okay, and shall be my people. All right, the nations that it's talking about our people, okay, because we're a nation and a company of nations, okay. When you read Genesis chapter 35:11, you'll see that. Okay, so Israel is a whole nation, but the 12 tribes are nations and within themselves. All right, that's what he's talking about. He's not talking about the other nations. All right, so don't get that confused. Okay. All right, let's go to Isaiah 44. I got a couple scriptures, man. Matter of fact, since I say he's in the midst of us, let's go to Joel real quick, because he was never in the midst of no other nation. Never, ever, and never will. The Lord does not. The Lord does not change. Okay. And the Lord is not a man that he should lie. That's biblical, man. All right. So, I'm going to go to Joel. All right, watch this, man. So this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verses 27, okay? And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. You hear that? Okay? All right? Hey, this is it right here. All right? And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, possessive. He's the Lord our God, no other nation God. All right? All right? And that I am the Lord your God. Watch this. Watch what he says. And none else. Okay? This is in the Bible. All right? And none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. My people, possessive. Who's his people? Israel. All right? Hey. Got to bring these scriptures up to the pastor, man. Tell him, wait a minute, you never told us this. You know what I'm saying? Pastor, what is this? That he's only in the midst of Israel. Oh, that's changed. That's the Old Testament. He's in the midst of everybody now. Your pastor's, he tell you that, he's a liar. He's a liar. Yeah, that's the Old Testament. He loves everybody. He's in the midst of Nah, it doesn't say that at all, Pastor. All right? Pastor failed us. Pastor didn't tell us that we're the people of the Bible. All right? That's the first major failure. He didn't tell us that. Okay? Never told us that. Okay? That's important to know that. That's important to know that we're the people of this book. All right? Never told us that we're the people of the book while we're going through the things that we're going through. Okay? And what's the outcome? How long are we going to endure this? Just like I read in, what was that, Second Esdras, chapter 6. I forgot about that part. I just noticed that. He says, in 59, if the world now be made for our sakes, Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? All right, Esdras was asking that. How long we going to be under these heathen? Okay? Well, sadly for them, these heathen, their ending is coming. And our rulership is up next. We're in those times. All right, so that was Joel 2:27. I'm gonna read two more scriptures and that's it. Let me go, matter of fact, let me go to Sirach. I'm gonna read two more scriptures and that's it. So I want to go to Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Okay, these books are important too, y'all. Okay, because they go with the Bible, and they were taken out for a reason. All right, this. All right, these books. Talking about like a good maybe 400, 500 year period that's missing out of the Bible. All right, between Malachi and Matthew. Okay. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 17. And I want to read verses 11 through 14. Okay. Sirach chapter 17, 11 to 14. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. Okay. All right. Who is this? Who is he talking about? Okay. All right. He's talking about his people. All right. He's talking about Israel. Talking about us. All right. Matter of fact, let me read verses 10. Damn, I could really read this whole thing, but I just want to cut it short. Okay. I'm going to read verses 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Okay. Who is the elect? Who is the elect? The elect is his people. The elect is us. Okay. Let me go there. Because we read that the other day. I was doing that on, talking about the elect on the video, but hey, this is never ending. Okay. You're gonna hear me regurgitate the same scriptures so you get the understanding. Okay, I want to go to Isaiah chapter 45. Who is his elect? Well, we're gonna find out. I want to go to Isaiah 45 and verse 5. Isaiah 45 verse 5. Who is his elect? I am the Lord. Salakia. Is this it? This ain't it. Salakia. My bad. Not 5, verse 4. Isaiah chapter 45, verses 4. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Okay? For Jacob my servant's sake, and we talked about that earlier. Who is his servant? We talked about that earlier in 1 Kings chapter 8, 29 through 30. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. So we're his elect. Back in Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, same thing, 17, starting at verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. And the elect is doing that in these last days, Salakia. Okay, the elect knows his name. His name is Yahweh. That's very important too as well. Another thing your pastors don't teach you. The Most High Yahweh, he has his name. He has a name. It's not God. God is just a title. His name is Yahweh. Okay, you're gonna find that out in these last days. The elect is shouting that out in these last days, just like his son. Okay, Yahweh Shai. In fact, it's a scripture that says, I'm gonna just roughly paraphrase it. What is his name and what is his son's name? Look it up. You'll see it. Just Google it. All right. What is his name and what is his son's name? Put KJV or say scriptures. All right. What is his son? What is his name and what is his son name? Scriptures. It'll come up. All right. That's very important to know his name in these days. All right. Because we need that protection. Okay. We need to know the right name so we have that protection over us. We need that hedge of protection, man. In fact, there's a scripture that says his name is a tower, like a tower for protection. All right. If I'm saying it right. Anyway, verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. All right. The Lord gave the children of Israel a heritage, a culture. All right. There's the law of life. Okay. Verse 12. He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments. And we read that earlier, who he made a covenant with. All right? Only us, man. Reading on, verse 13. Their eyes saw the majesty of his glory, and their ears heard his glorious voice. And he said unto them, beware of all unrighteousness. And he gave every man commandment concerning his neighbor. All right, concerning his neighbor. What neighbors is it talking about? All right, it's talking about his people. Okay? All right? This is going to be my last one. I mean, we got the point. We're not, nowhere we're equal at all. If we so damn equal, you know, in the scriptures, you know, everybody got the Bible in their hand, right? Even the other nations, we're so equal, right? And we're supposed to love, the scripture says, love thy neighbor, love your people. Where you see the love at from the other nations? When have the other nations ever loved us? When have they ever showed concern for us? Are these Christians, you know, even the other nations call themselves Christians, okay? Or follow, they say that they're followers of Christ. When did you ever see them come and help our people? When? Name any nation. Prove that a Muslim, okay, or an Arab or Ishmaelite, that they ever came, all right, and showed love to our people, knowing the condition that we're in. Did you see them come love our people, or did you see them take advantage of our people in this predicament and walk by us like we ain't nothing? When? Okay? You ain't never see that. You ain't never see that, man. And you never will. It is what it is. Matter of fact, let me go to that real quick because that's on my mind. You're never going to see that. You know, we're in the hands of our enemies, and you have to understand the word enemy. An enemy is not your friend. Okay? All right? Nations don't give a damn about us. But that was prophesied, though. That was prophesied. We're going to go to it. So I want to go to Jeremiah chapter 15, verses 5. For who shall have pity upon thee, O Jerusalem? Or who shall bemoan thee? Or who shall go aside to ask how thou doest? Okay? All right, that's the Lord saying that. He says, for who shall have pity upon thee? What nation going to have pity on you? All right, you did some things. You went into captivity. You went into slavery amongst the other nations. Okay? All right? Who's going to have pity on you? Are they going to have pity on you? Are they going to love you like how I love you? Only the Lord is going to love us. And that's just one. We never went back to him at all. Okay? It's proven that no nation loves us. No nation rocks with us. They don't rock with you. Okay? They don't rock with me. They don't rock with none of us. Okay? Only the Lord does. But we have to rock with him. The only way to rock with him is come back to him, is repent and come back to him. Okay? And hey, that's one thing we never did. We never came back to do what he said and obey him. Obeying him is coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. Overall, keeping the faith. The faith is important, man. All right? And believe on him. Okay? Christianity, they teach us that the law is done away with, man. You have to understand that's the most crucial thing in our relationship with the Lord, is obeying him. How do you obey him? Christianity always talking about obeying him. How the hell you obey him with no commandments? They tell you that the law, statute, commandments are done away with. Okay? Okay, but what's the point of still obeying him if they're done away with? What's the point? That's because these Christians know. Our enslavers knew exactly what they was doing when they told us that. All right, that's our kryptonite when we don't do what he said. Okay? All right? That's very important. We come back to him, man. All right? Once we come back to him, you're going to see a lot of stuff shaking. So yeah, I want to go to this last scripture. Sirach chapter 33. Matter of fact, it's a couple verses, as a matter of fact, because I'm going to start at verses 9. All right, Sirach chapter 33. Start at verses 9. And I'm going to read to okay. I'm going to read the 14. So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 33, verses 9 to 14. Matter of fact, I'll start at verses 7. Okay? All right. Why does one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? Okay? All right. Why does one day excel another? And that's another thing. Even the days are not the same. Even the days are not equal. Okay? All right. You got your holiday, America, like how America got. All right. Matter of fact, forget America. Just like the law, the heritage that he gave us, the feast days. Okay. We literally got feast days that we're supposed to keep. Okay. The Passover, the new moon. Okay. And they're on different days. One day is a holy day, and another day is just a regular day. All right. So are the days equal? Okay. Even the days ain't even equal. All right. Let's keep going. Why does one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun? Right. Okay. Every day is you got the sun up. Okay. But you got special days. Some days regular, some days not. Even though the sun always going to shine on every day. All right. Verse 8. By the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Exactly. You see that? All right. And not even just the feasts. Okay. Or the holy days. Okay. But you got different seasons of the year. Okay. Yeah, they're all seasons, but they're not the same. All right. You got spring. You got winter. You got fall. All right. You got summer. Okay. Yeah, we're all people, but we're not the same. All right. Reading on verse 9. Some of them has he made high days and hallowed them, and some of them has he made ordinary days. Exactly. Okay. You got your holy days and you got your ordinary days. Verse 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth. And much knowledge the Lord has divided them and made their ways diverse. You hear that? Okay. All men come from Adam. Yes, we read that earlier. All right. But we're all different. We're different from one another. Okay. All right. Made their ways diverse. Verse 12. Some of them has he blessed and exalted. Okay. And some of them has he sanctified and set near himself. Okay. That's talking about us. Some of them has he blessed and exalted. All right. This is his children. And some of them has he sanctified and set near himself. All right. We're a people unto the Lord. He chose us for himself. All right. Watch this. But some of them has he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. This talking about Esau. Okay. All right. Esau is a cursed people. Okay. That's the wicked. All right. All right. That's the people of his curse. All right. Matter of fact, I can read that as a matter of fact. Where is that at? Let me see that. I believe that's Ezekiel 30. Is that, or is that Isaiah? People of my curse. Let me see something real quick. I want to see something real quick. Let me see. It's talking about Esau, man. Took his melanin away from him. All right, Esau is a vagabond. Where is this at? Hold on, man. Because since I went to, I'm going to find it. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Let me see. People of my curse. Where are you at? Let me see something real quick. Excuse me, real quick. Because we got to understand what he's talking about. We got to understand that, we're not equal, man. Like I said, I overproved my point. But I just want to get to this scripture. Because we got to understand, who is he talking about? Who is his cursed people? Now, understand that, right? We're under curses. Don't get it wrong. Okay? We're still under the curses of Deuteronomy 28. However, we're not the cursed. Okay? There's only one people that the Most High literally cursed. He cursed. Okay? It's the same serpent that was in the garden. Okay? Damn it. Like I said, man, my memory. Come on. Where are you at? Excuse me. Where's it at? People of my curse. Come on, man. I'm gonna give it like 15 more seconds, yo. Hold on. 15 more seconds, man. Got all these notes. Where is you at? People of my curse. Where are you at? If I don't get it, come on. Hold on real quick. I'm going to check this real quick. I just want to see something. All right, because the people of his curse, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about Esau. If I can't get it, you can look it up yourself. People of my curse, just look it up. It's going to suck if I don't find it. Let me see something. Because this is the same one that's... I'm looking in this concordance. I'm trying to see if I see it. I don't see it, man. Anyway, well, this is what he's talking about anyway. All right, he's talking about Esau, okay, the people of his curse. That's crazy, man. That just make me want to... Oh, man, that's crazy. I got Isaiah open, right? And it's right here the whole time. That's crazy. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verses 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Okay? Idumea. Idumea is like a Greek word for Edom. Edom would be the nation of the so-called white man, Esau. Okay? All right, this is the people of his curse. It's crazy, man. Isaiah chapter 34, verses 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right, that's the people that he's talking about in Sirach chapter 33, verses 12. But some of them has he cursed and brought low and turned out of their places. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it as his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him, to render to them as liketh him best. Okay, so, the Most High Yahweh, he's the potter. He can do whatever he want with the clay. Okay, all right, the people will be the clay. Okay, verse 14. Good is set against evil. All right, good is set against evil. That's us. Okay, we're the righteous. The so-called white man is the wicked. All right, that's how he made it. Okay, all right. Good is set against evil, and life against death. so is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. Okay? All right, that's more than enough scriptures to prove that we're not equal at all. All right? Excuse me. Nowhere near have we ever been equal. And it is what it is, man. All right? Giving all honor and praises to the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shah. Hope y'all was edified, Israel. All right? Shalom.